few years ago, after playing through Breath of the Wild for the first time, I thought, this is an amazing Zelda game, I should really get into the others. One of the first Zelda games I bought after I thought that was The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. And from what I played of it at the time, it was great. The dungeons are all so different with little intricacies that made exploring really fun, and then right in the middle of Snowpeak Ruins, I dropped it. Not because it was bad, but because when I was younger, my problem-solving skills were lacking. But today that changes, because today will be the day Twilight Princess finally gets beaten. The story begins with our boy Link having a conversation with a man about the hour of twilight and how sadness is felt more during this hour due to the regrets of the spirits. Link is asked to deliver something to the royal family in Hyrule and says yes. I think. Here and through the rest of the prologue, we basically just have to do a bunch of small tasks. Grab a Pona from Hylia, help out around the village, grab a slingshot, teach the kids how to use the slingshot for some reason, then tell them how to use a sword, which isn't actually that because they're telling me examples of what the... whatever. After that, Link saves the monkey and the kid from just outside the forest temple. Hylia scolds Link for being too rough with the horse, but I'm kinda in a hurry to Hyrule, so we race over to the spring, find the secret entrance, and have a one-on-one with Hylia. I'm gonna be completely real and say the prologue is very, very damn boring for the most part, but it's nice to have all these meaningful moments with the characters. Oh, yes, Hylia, I promise not to do anything out of my league. Oh my gosh! Immediately after, these guys get kidnapped, a mysterious portal appears, and the goblins leave me in the spring. What the hell is this sludge? Wolf Linky wakes up in prison for being the goat, and we meet a girl named Midna who has some interesting thoughts about humans as a whole, and says she'll help us if we can escape the cell. Ow! So Midna's kinda bossy, but I guess she's okay for now. While we're in the prison and this stuff, I'm gonna point out how cool everything looks in this game. Every environment is so detailed and has a different feel, that even this place near the start of the game is thought out to hell and back. Anyway, we kill some shadow monsters, then meet up with the mysterious hooded figure, which of course turns out to be Zelda. She tells us about how she was forced to surrender to the king that rules the Twilight, and that Hyrule has been turned into a world of shadows that's ruled by monsters that shun light. Without the light, people of Hyrule become spirits. Zelda kicks us out like we had a one-night stand because of some stupid quote-unquote guard. And even though now we've been brought out of the Twilight, we're still a wolf. Huh. Guess I got that dog in me. Midna sends us on a quest to find a sword and shield for her, but we all know it's for Link because she's a mother flippin' tsundere. They're not S-tier stuff, but they're better than nothing. This is one of 4 light spirits. They've all had their light stolen from them, which means bad things for the world. This thing tells us to go to Faron Woods to be able to turn everyone back into a human. Also turns out these shadow monsters are immortal if you don't kill everyone in the group. To keep the Twilight at bay and revive the light spirits, we need to contain the light inside this vessel called the Tears of Light. To collect that light, we must kill the dark insects that contain them. Bada bing, bada boom. Hello, you amazing non-wolf man. Faron, this guy, says there's a forbidden power in the woods that they locked away eons ago, but Link can use it because he seems like a good boy. Get through the fog of Faron Woods and go to this cool looking wolf who's really the coolest swordsman ever. Long and the short of it, he tells us to lock in and that he'll teach us some cool secret techniques if we do. And with that, the prologue is behind us. Now is finally time where we do the first dungeon in the game, the Forest Temple. To get to the boss and beat it, Link has to save a bunch of monkeys so he can swing to different rooms. This, like every other dungeon in the game, has an amazing aesthetic. The temple feels like a perfect mix of being ancient and being a really big tree house. It's also very useful to see what the general plan is for every dungeon. Step 1, get a map. Step 2, possibly find a compass. Step 3, do what's needed to get to the boss room, including beating the mini-boss and acquiring the dungeon item. Step 4, find the boss key, and Step 5, beat the boss. Obviously you can get the chests scattered about and fully explore them, but these are the bases. Oh yes, pieces of heart are what I hope for in about 80% of the chests I open, especially early game.
Hello, monkeys!
This mini-boss is pretty easy, just wait for the guy to dance and then knock him down and attack. Repeat until the evil bug controlling him dies and he leaves. Baka. Now we have the Gale Boomerang, which is used to power these fans throughout the dungeon. Gives us mobility and also the boss key. By the time I got to the boss room, I did end up 100%ing this dungeon. These parasitic twins are easy to deal with, but then the big guy shows up, so what on earth do I do? There are no bombs. Guess the run.
Save me, monkey!
Boom, shaka, laka. The ghoul disintegrates into a fused shadow, which is the evil power Farron talked about. There's 3 of them total, so we've already got a third of them, dog. Grab the heart container to complete the forest temple. The light spirit kindly tells Link that if he goes back into the twilight, he'll become a wolf again. Time to head into the twilight. How did they take a bridge? This spirit asks us to do the same extermination mission as before, but there's a surprise here. Barnes is an idiot. Oh, and I guess the kids are safe and here too. Let there be light! Eldon tells Link that another fused shadow is in the sacred grounds of the Gorons, but the grounds are evil. At least Kakariko Village is safe from Twilight, and Renato and I are well met. Too bad the Gorons are being little bitches right now, and we're gonna have to put some work in to get them to trust Link. To trek the mountains, we must pass the Gorons and basically beat them in a contest of strength. The mayor back in Ordon is trusted by the Gorons, so we ask him for some advice. Push them out of the ring, we win. However, humans don't stand any chance against Gorons because they are too light. Luckily, we have the iron boots now. Come back here, you fat fuck. Oh snap! Colin had a moment of courage and then one of recognition, which definitely didn't almost make me cry. But never mind, because oh yeah! Get out of here, boy! So this is what killed the dinosaurs. I gained the Gorons' respect because I beat them up and now they let me in the mines. Basically, in the Goron Mines, there are 4 elders and a patriarch, and the patriarch turned into a monster after he touched the treasure. We'll kill Ainli, get him back from the dark side. The iron boots are used a lot through the Goron Mines, whether it's to weigh switches down or to do something freaking awesome. Hell yeah. Anywho, we assemble the boss key by finding the elders, so bing bing bing, massive Goron mini boss fight using the iron boots, and this fight is so good. You literally throw this dude around lava on a magical platform, which gives us the dun 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 dun, the hero's bow. Wham, bam, shang-a-lang. The second fused shadow is Dunzo. The kids are now 100% safe now, apart from Hylia, whose whereabouts are still unknown, dang nabbit. Back into the fog. Wolf Link finds Hylia's bag and gets the scent, but we follow it all the way to Castletown. Naturally, because the castle is still covered in twilight, the people here are mere spirits, but forget about that because we find Hylia's remaining scent in a bar, but we can't exactly talk to her. So the next best thing is Lake Hylia. Making our way to Zora's domain where the water has been frozen, we kill the monsters and need to find a way to thaw the ice. Death Mountain, here we go. As Link and Midna are about to leave the domain, the Queen and Elder Rutella tell them of her son who she sent to Hyrule Castle just before she was executed as an example, but she doesn't know if he is okay. Prince Rallis needs to be saved if we have any hope of getting to the dungeon under Lake Hylia. However, we can't exactly meet him as a goddamn wolf, so it's time to kill some insects. Wait a second, what is with this signal? This was not here before. Lanayru thanks Link for restoring the 3 light spirits and explains why the few shadows are locked up in the first place. Basically, the goddesses made a chaotic world calm, and a big fight happened after Hyrule found out about this place called the Sacred Realm. These guys, interlopers who are crazy good at magic, started popping up and tried to conquer the Sacred Realm. The 4 light spirits were ordered to seal the magic away. You know, the same magic Link is allowed to use because he's a good boy. However, Lanayru warns Link that if he uses the power for too long, it could consume him. On that note, time to get the thing that might make Link evil! In order to get to the bottom of the lake, we need to find that Zora Queen's son. He's in the bar and very unwell with Hylia, who unfortunately has lost her memory. They and this woman named Telma who's looking after them need an escort to Kakariko Village. Having the kind-hearted knights company to keep them from the monsters, they should have been fine. If the knights weren't pussies! Link, you're handsome and young. I guess you're doing it. After some struggling, everyone is in Kakariko safe and sound. Telma shows Link her gratitude and also says her bar is a safe house and has a passageway to the castle as well. The Queen of the Zora people appears and shows us the way to what she had promised. To a gravestone in a spring where she rests, along with the garments that let humans breathe underwater and swim like the Zora do. She asks to tell her son she loves him before we get to the bottom of the lake. I love this temple, including the entrance. It feels like it's some James Bond movie coming out of the water into a safe house. This whole temple is the process of getting the water to flow correctly so you can reach the boss room, but ignore that for a second, this place is so fucking cool. It's like even though it's been abandoned for years, every mechanism, every step is kept in pristine condition and every enemy is here to guard something specific. Every dungeon has a different feel, and while all of them have something in common, i.e. being untouched for a long time, they don't all do it the same way, and I think that's amazing. For the mini-boss, naturally it's a massive fish with infinite eggs, so we kill everything and out of the beast pops the claw shot. This is awesome. Complete the rest of the flowing water and get to the boss room where we go down, 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 and are greeted by a single tentacle. Why? The eyeball is the weak spot of this thing, and the way to take advantage of that is with the claw shot and locking onto the eye, then attacking it. Once you do enough, it fully comes out of the ground as the Star Wars monster. At this point, you have to ditch the iron boots and swim way higher than the monster, claw shot to get close, and then stab the son of a bitch over and over. Link, you're so fucking cool. The last few shadow is ours, and Midna says Zant, the evil dude who is the person that spread the Twilight, is a false king and she wants to whoop his ass. Fair enough, Diva. Are you kidding me? Zant shows up to do nothing but pretend to be dignified, farm aura, and make Midna extremely unwell. He says his power is granted to him by his god, but who could that possibly be? Link is also turned back into a wolf, and this weird shard thing fuses with his head.
By the way, Zant, any chance that dark magic can make your breath any less awful?
Oh no, he didn't like that. And Wolf, Link, and Midna are sent to Hyrule Castle. Zelda holds the key to making both Link and Midna recover, but the way to Hyrule Castle is blocked because Telma isn't gonna let them in looking like this. Luckily, Telma's cat of all creatures is the one that helps us go straight there. Talk about standing on business. What follows though is a beautiful moment of recognition between Midna, Link, and Zelda. Midna shows concern only for Link while she's basically dying. Zelda wastes no time and tells Link that an evil power is keeping him from being human again, unlike the other times where it was simply the Twilight. The Sacred Grove contains the Master Sword, which will return Link to his human form. Then Midna immediately drops the Mirror of Twilight bomb. The princess shares her power with Midna before fading away. The Sacred Grove it's annoying, but I guess it could be worse because these cool statues pop up and oh no. Honestly though, the actual puzzle wasn't too bad. It did take me a bit, but when it's finally over, oh, so good. Bum 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 bum! Onto thy Mirror of Twilight. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Our friend here opens up about the interlopers that were banished from before. They were driven to a place where the sun literally doesn't shine. This place, by no surprise, is called the Twilight Realm. The people there live as shadows and live in the half-light forever. These people are called the Twilight. Zant turned everyone into disgusting, horrible things and sent Midna away, and she can't get back without his power. The mirror is the only thing connecting Hyrule and the Twilight Realm, and if they don't get it, it's game over.
I'm on my way, I'm on my way. I've got my lungs and that's a start, and I've got love inside my heart. I'm on my way. I may be tidy and alone, but I won't stop until I'm home. I'm on my way, I'm on my...
It is at this time when Link and Midna reach the Arbiter's Grounds, a massive pyramid-feeling dungeon, and one of my favorites in the entire game. The first part is all about tracking down these souls using their scent with Wolf Link and using that to open this door. During this process, we're able to see even more of what I was talking about before, the Lakebed Temple. While this dungeon is obviously abandoned again, it's rough. Things are broken, there are cracks in the floor that can lead to death, whole pillars are inches away from never being seen again, this place is in disarray. It is completely different from the pristine condition of the Lakebed Temple, and I think that's really cool. The mini-boss is aight, but you know the best part about it? Brace yourselves. Dun 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 dun! Massive fucking Beyblade! Hell yeah. Oh, the boss room. Oh, the boss room. Zant shows up, yada yada yada, use a bitch, Link, I'ma revive the skeleton because I hate you, blah blah blah, who cares, cause and then you defeat him and you think it's over, but then it's like, why are we raising this massive pillar in the middle? And yes! Use a bitch, Zant. Even the area after you finish the dungeon is dope. The mirror chamber is this huge stadium, like people celebrated using it, and Link revives it using the Beyblade. The mirror has been fragmented by a power that only one person has. It's not Zant, it's... Name drop. Yeah, I think everyone knows how evil this guy is. I mean, just to look at him, bro. So evil, in fact, that he got stabbed through the chest and some goddess thought, oh snap, this guy's tough. Guess I should give him even more power. So he has a Triforce too. The rest of the Guardians banished him to the Twilight Realm and somehow Zant got Ganondorf's powers. But because Zant is a false king, he couldn't destroy the Mirror of Twilight, he could only break it, meaning we still got this. The first of 3 mirror pieces we need is in the Snowpeak Mountains near Zora's domain. We get the scent of a fish that a quote-unquote monster has been stealing, trek up Snowpeak to see where it is, only for the monster to end up being a chill, loving dude. Snowpeak Ruins is such a bizarre dungeon. Due to the fact that it's actually the house of the Yeti, but how do they live in it if everything is trying to kill them? And yes, I said them because the Yeti we met has a lovely Yeti wife, but the poor thing is sick because of the mirror. Anyway, this dungeon is pretty straightforward. We'll be given a room to go to, get there, then realizing that the room is incorrect, and go back. Do that a few times before getting the key to the boss room. We do get a dope as hell ball and chain after the mini boss, which 1 is awesome, and 2 makes me question why, if I can fit all my items in my pocket, I need a bigger wallet to hold more rupees. Checkmate, Nintendo. Link then finds the bedroom key and the lovely Yeti wife escorts us to the room even though she's sick. What a sweetheart. Aw, this is nice. Just having a lovely walk with an adorable Yeti. Wait, could you imagine if she's the boss? Nah, not a chance in hell. No way. Pretty straightforward boss, wait till you can hit her with the ball and chain and repeat until the evil is knocked out of her. Damn satisfying. Got a piece of the mirror as well, of course. The second piece of the mirror that we need is in the Sacred Grove, back near where Link got the Master Sword. Reunite with a nice village man, use a chicken to get across here for some reason, and do the entire annoying section with the goddamn kid again. I think he respects us or something now because he lets us through to a secret place that we couldn't reach before. While I'm not a huge fan of the maze to get here, the place itself is really cool. It's deserted but peaceful, untouched but allowed to grow, and I think there's a lot of beauty in that. That's odd. I wonder where that door leads. This place is awesome, literally going into a contained portion of this ancient past, when everything was kept together like a shrine for the Master Sword, vastly different from the area we were just in, but having the same purpose. Plus, I love how the literal song from Ocarina and Majora's Mask is playing, but in a choir or orchestral type way, like an echo of the past. So cool. So I really like this part before the temple, and of course the aesthetic of the actual temple, but unfortunately I thought the gameplay was pretty dull. Of course there are parts that I enjoy, such as the mini-boss. My god, this thing is awesome. It's the perfect mirror for Link. No big monster or tricks, just 2 swordsmen going until one falls. until you think you've killed him because the excess armor fell off, but he just throws his big sword out of the way and pulls out another one without giving a single fuck. Definitely one of, if not my favorite mini-boss in the game, not only because of what I just said, but that it feels so perfect for this temple. After he's defeated, Link grabs the Dominion Rod, which is an item that lets him control statues as he moves. The boss room is gotten to by dragging the statue in this room all the way back to the beginning of the temple. This is where the dullness comes in, because it's not hard, it's just a little bit annoying. What shall the boss be for this dungeon? Ugh. Hope you guys don't have arachnophobia. I don't know why Spider is the final boss, but I do quite enjoy the way the Dominion Rod is used during it. You shoot the spider down next to one of the statues, take control of it, and smack it a bunch until it finally dies. Or so you think. There we go, the second missing mirror piece is ours, and one remains. Link exits the temple and is greeted by a... Wait, you guys haven't seen this thing before? This... thing says the reason it's been in all the previous dungeons so far is because it was looking for the Dominion Rod. And now we have it! However, it's unusable after we exit the Temple of Time because so much time has passed and the magic drained out of it. The last mirror piece is... in the what the fuck do you mean the sky? Is it in a fucking cloud? The best thing to do right now is to go to Kakariko Village to check on Hylia. Apparently there's something about a memory that we need to hear. Oh my god, this is a mouthful. Well, guess I'm gonna have to pull out all the stops for this to make sense. So why can't we just go to the sky in the mirror? Done and dusted. Let's say this is us. And this is the mirror piece. The sky, I don't know if you guys know this, is massive, and just traveling the sky for ages is guaranteed to end up with us dead and Ganondorf or Zant taking over Hyrule for good. We need to find something to get us to exactly where the mirror piece is. It's definitely got something to do with the Dominion Rod, so it's gotta be behind a statue somewhere, but I can't find the right words to describe what to do. Guys? Guys? Guys! Words! Congratulations, dingus, we can all say them. No, Robin, words. Uku said she forgot the word that revived the rod, but we have that now, and thanks to that, we can find the ancient letters to fill in the blanks to get the statue to move and get into the sky. All it takes is to get a girl with amnesia's memory back, travel all across Hyrule, including a desolate cat village. My boy! And revive a language that's been dead for years. And like 10 other things. But how do we do that without people wondering how we did all that? It happened off screen. I hate all of this. Guys, I like dick. Good, you paid attention. How I feel about the city in the sky is pretty similar to how I feel about the Temple of Time. In this one, we're in a floating city. But I don't know, something about this dungeon just frustrated me a bit, like it's pushing you in every direction at the same time and hoping that you'll fall down the right path. This dungeon by a long shot took me the longest to finish. However, I can't hate on it too much just because it's a city in the sky, I mean, come on. It's got an almost fragile feel to it, like even though creatures live here, it's unfinished and dangerous if you don't know how to maneuver around it. It's also isolated from Hyrule and indifferent to whether you live or die. It's also got stupid ass tiny platforms that won't let you get on them. I do like how there are multiple distinct sections to explore, at least visually. That's the upside to being pushed in every direction, is seeing a new place to go outside the main body. The mini-boss is nothing special, but let's see what the item is. Wait. Okay. One thing I will definitely give to this area is the boss. My god. Not inside, but on top of the dungeon, and we fight a dragon. Very clever use of the double claw shot and iron boots, as well as a masterful use of the environment. Link and Midna have the final mirror piece, and she reminds us that Zant is a false king, and that's why he couldn't destroy the mirror. Onto the mirror chamber. So Midna is the Twilight Princess, and she fled from her people after Zant transformed her into an imp. She knew Link would be helpful because the Twilight thought their savior would come in the form of a divine beast. The reason for helping him in the beginning was selfish, but her character arc throughout the game is absolutely fantastic. Enough talk, let's see what the Twilight Realm is all about. The Palace of Twilight is wonderfully made. It speaks of an old civilization of order and control that hasn't changed in anything but feel. Midna has described this realm as peaceful, and it can be seen that way if looked through only its environment. But now the sacred place is being constantly watched and picked apart to ensure outsiders stay away, all because the ruler was forcibly changed. The keys to progress are these ancient spheres called souls, which are only obtainable after you defeat a hologram of Zant. They act as the sun does in Hyrule, providing light, but also as a mechanism for progression. So treasured that they are guarded more so by other machines. Oh my gosh, every dungeon in this game is so cool! Once 2 souls are acquired, the Master Sword gains the ability to cut the darkness found in the fog of the palace that turns Link into a wolf, so he can go through the main area and find Zant. Many flaws in finding the boss key later. Let's fight this false, faulty fucking fiddlestick fiddlehead fern fraud so Midna can get her powers back. This scene does a great job of changing the way we view Zant. He's not some diabolical evil overlord or dignified soldier, he's an immature adult who's been having a glorified temper tantrum for the entire game. This fight is located in all the final rooms of the different dungeons we have played thus far. Every item and boss must be remembered for each phase. And then the last one is just outside Hyrule Castle. This phase is annoying. His movements are fast and unpredictable for the most part, but if you hold up your shield, you're gonna be fine. Zant tries rage baiting Midna, and it actually works so well that she just kills him. Yep. He's gone. The Ancestor's magic is very powerful. Yeah, unfortunately, her curse can't be broken because it was placed on her by Ganon and not Zant. And Ganon was just using Zant to help him return to the world of light. Screw you guys, I'm going to Hyrule Castle. Everything that has happened thus far has led to this dungeon. Ganon and Zelda await here, and we can finally kill that son of a bitch and revive the First Lady. Hyrule Castle is very interesting. When doing the outside portion, there is no music whatsoever apart from this fat fuck, just the sound of rain and the slashes Link makes. It gives an insight as to what Link may be feeling, that is, perhaps he's nervous or doesn't think he's ready, but either way, he has to keep going. When he finally enters, he finds a huge main room with a horde of goblins and candles that illuminate the hopelessly empty halls that should be filled with the people of Hyrule. The delicate music in the background highlighting that this isn't just the final stretch for him, it could be his final moments. There are guards upon guards in random places, people with no purpose just left here tip to protect what they think is the princess even though she ceases to exist at the moment. Once you enter the upper floors, the soundtrack builds, making the melancholy music from before feel threatening. The image of the perfectly made Hyrule Castle crumbles as the stairway to heaven is filled with pits leading to hell. Entire contraptions are made not for others but for the sole purpose of keeping you out. And then you unlock the boss door. Puppet Zelda is phase 1 of this fight, and all things considered, it's pretty easy. None of Link's attacks reach or work on Zelda, so the only way to damage him, her, it is to reflect the lightning spheres that are created by her. Beast Ganon took me a bit to figure out, mainly because this phase kinda has two mini-phases. The first mini-phase requires Link to use his bow to hit the gem on Ganon's head, then slash its belly. Easy. The second mini-phase though requires Link to be in wolf form and use Midna's powers to push it over, then attack its belly. Beast Ganon topples over and starts to burn? Oh my god. No! Zelda makes the binding vow to make the light arrows and asks Link to lend the last of his power. In one of my favorite moments in the game, as she is bowing down to him, he doesn't let himself be the dominant figure. He offers his hand. A princess and a hero from a village so far away, and yet there is no difference in hierarchy. Just what's about to be some killer teamwork. This motherfucker just will not die. The final fight. Just me and you, bro, bring it on. Every technique learnt in-game so far is used to attempt to injure Ganon, but he is a very, very skilled swordsman. All those push-ups, all those sit-ups, but in the end, the Dark Lord was overpowered and outskilled by a kid from Ordon Village. Oh my god, he died standing. That's kinda tough.
Crystal again. We'll together there. Beautiful together doing space. Hot for weepers.
Now, you might think that this is a peak ending, and that's correct. It is. Or it would be if there wasn't one final cutscene in the middle of the credits.
We'll help to do this. Don't now respect. We face. again.
Oh my god, this game is amazing. I can't give it anything less than a sapphire. Thank you for joining me during the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. See you next time.